All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really common and, let's be honest, super frustrating issue for you Ford owners out there, that dreaded check engine light and what to do when it's pointing to an engine misfire. Ah, there it is. You know the one, that little glowing engine symbol on your dash. It's that universal symbol of car trouble that can just instantly sink your mood. But hey, don't panic. That light isn't just a warning. It's actually the start of a conversation with your car's computer. So you've plugged in a code scanner, and this code, P0301, is just staring back at you. Well, you are in exactly the right place. See, this isn't some big, vague mystery. It's a very specific clue. So let's jump right in and figure out what your Ford is trying to tell you. Okay, so first things first, what in the world is code P0301? Well, the P just stands for powertrain, the engine, transmission, all the stuff that makes the car go. But it's the numbers that follow that really tell us what's happening. So that code, P0301, is pointing a finger directly at a misfire in cylinder number 1. The best way to think about it is like your engine cylinders are a team of rowers in a boat. If one of them suddenly stops rowing right, you feel the whole boat kind of shudder and lose speed, right? That's a misfire. Your engine is feeling that exact same jolt. So what's causing our star rower in seat number 1 to just stop pulling their weight? Well, the problem almost always falls into one of 3 buckets. You've got an issue with spark, an issue with fuel, or a mechanical issue inside the engine. But as we're about to see, one of these is way more common than the others. And look at this. This chart is basically our treasure map. It shows that a whopping 75% of the time, the culprit is the ignition system. That's the parts that create the spark. This is a huge clue, and it tells us exactly where we should start looking to save a ton of time and money. And here we go. This is our ignition system hit list. And would you look at that? The faulty ignition coil is number 1 with a bullet, especially on modern Fords. A worn-out spark plug is a very, very close second. So statistically speaking, the problem is almost certainly one of these 2 things, and that's exactly where we're going to start our diagnosis. Okay, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty. Well, figuratively speaking. We're going to walk through a super simple diagnostic plan that you can follow right now with just a few basic tools. Now, this whole list is our game plan. We're going to follow this logical path, starting with the easiest and most common things first. But I want you to pay special attention to step 2, the swap test. Honestly, this is your secret weapon. It can often find the problem in just a few minutes. The swap test, it's so simple, it's brilliant. All you're going to do is find the ignition coil on cylinder number 1, our problem child, and you literally swap it with the coil from a cylinder next to it, like number 2. Then you clear the codes with your scanner and you fire up the engine. Okay, and this is the moment of truth. After the swap, you scan for codes again. Now, if the code magically jumps to P0302, bingo, the problem followed the part you moved. Congratulations, you just proved that ignition coil is bad. If the code stays put on P0301, well, the coil is innocent, and we just move our investigation to the next suspect. Exactly. So what if the code doesn't move? No big deal. It just means the coil is fine. So you put that good coil back where it belongs, and now you just repeat the exact same process with the next suspect, the spark plug. Swap the plug from cylinder 1 to, say, cylinder 3. If the code follows the plug, you found it. And if it still stays on P0301, we can be pretty confident the ignition system is okay and start looking at the fuel system. So, once you've used that awesome swap test to pinpoint the bad part, whether it's the coil or the spark plug, guess what? The hard part is totally over. Seriously. Now it's just about putting the new part in. All right, we're on the home stretch. It's just a simple 3-step process to finish this job. You install the new part, you use your scanner to clear that P0301 code from the car's memory, and then you take it for a good test drive. That'll confirm the engine is running smooth and that light is gone for good. Okay, so we've gone through the whole thing, from diagnosis to fix. What's the big lesson here? What should you really take away from all this that you can use for pretty much any car issue? Here's what it all boils down to. That check engine light? Don't panic. A specific code like P0301 isn't a death sentence for your wallet. It's a clue, and a logical process like our swap test is the tool you use to solve that clue. You can absolutely diagnose and fix the most common causes yourself, right in your own driveway. You see, by going through this, you didn't just fix a car problem. You've actually learned a ton about how your car works, and that's empowering. It means you can be more proactive with maintenance and face that little light with confidence next time, not dread. Thanks for joining this explainer.